What's going on, guys? Chris here with Forge Through Faith and video number 2 on the clean. So as a quick recap from video number 1, I went over a lot of the stuff we look to fix first, which is the starting position and your initial pull off the floor. Starting position because, again, the bar's not moving, so it's the easiest thing to correct, and it's the one thing that if it's wrong, chances are everything else is going to be wrong. Okay, and then that initial pull off the floor, because again, if that initial pull off the floor is incorrect, you're playing catch up with the rest of the movement. Okay, so I'm going to make the assumption now your starting position is correct, your initial pull off the floor is good. Where do we go to next? Okay, so from the movement itself, once the bar gets moving, you have to have a decent eye to make corrections, and I usually see 3 main faults when it comes to the clean, and they fall under the categories of speed, so you're too slow; timing, your timing is off; and strength, you're not strong enough to lift the weight needed. So what do we do with each of those? The first thing I'd like to say is with all 3, cueing is king. Okay, so finding a coach in person that can make the necessary corrections, see it in real time, and help you fix those is always going to be best. Okay, not everyone has that luxury, or they're working with a remote coach. So being a remote coach myself, we have to provide drills. So let's say the first one is speed, right? Your ability to pull the bar, extend, and get under the bar, although the timing and the pieces is correct, you're just too slow. Okay, so how do we build speed? One drill I like to do is to work from the hang. Okay, so the bar starts up high, I get to above the knee, extend, and throw my elbows through. Okay, that's one way I like to do it. But again, the load we would use for that is going to be lighter. Okay, a lot of people make the mistake of, I need to get faster, so they lift too heavy. You need to get faster, so you need to move quickly. So using percentages of even as low as 40–50% and focusing on moving as fast as humanly possible is going to be huge. Okay, so stuff from the hang, but the other thing I really like is working from the blocks. So I don't have any with me, but you'll have two blocks to each side of your barbell, where the bar will sit on the blocks, usually above the knee, and I'll want my athlete to get tight, extend, and catch. Okay, mostly doing power cleans because, again, we want to work on speed. That's going to be a little faster. Why work from the blocks, guys? Because that forces the body to create tension immediately. From a hang, you could kind of overcome some things using momentum. From the blocks, you're not moving. You have to get tight in every position and explode from nothing, no movement at all. So that's a really good way I like to help build speed, again with lighter loads. Okay, timing. I used to work with an Olympic lifting coach. Shout out to Lou Mangiarcina. He used to say, guys, it's an easy sport. You stand up and you sit down. Super easy, okay? Obviously tongue-in-cheek, but you want to be able to get to full extension, and as soon as you hit full extension, you're sitting to catch the bar. Okay, so what we'll see sometimes is a lot of folks, they'll start to pull, they'll get to full extension, they're still at full extension, the bar is still traveling up, the bar is still traveling up, and then they sit. Or at this point, the bar is probably traveling back down. Okay, you don't have to get here before you sit. It should literally be hit the top of your pole and sit while the bar is still traveling up. That gives you the most time to get underneath. Okay, so what do I do to help build timing for the clean specifically is I like to do tall cleans. Okay, so what that looks like is the bar sitting up high on my hips. I might get all the way up or have a slight dip, extend, and as soon as I extend, I'm sitting. So that might look something like this. Boom, sit right into that position. Okay, tall clean, get tall, sit. Okay, you can even start here if you really want to limit the momentum, I'll call it. Get here, sit. While as soon as you pull the bar up, okay, sit. That's going to be super important because, again, if you're waiting too long, you're losing time to get underneath. Okay. Last one is strength. This is, in my opinion, a little bit more straightforward. If you're not strong enough, I like a lot to break down the movement. Do a lot of squats, front squats, back squats, pulls off the floor, so maybe at your max or more, you're going to hit full extension, drop the bar. So you get used to basically that overloading or overcompensation aspect from the floor, and then doing high percentage lifts, okay? So, which category do you fall in? Guys, feel free to DM us a video. I can take a look, see kind of which category you fall into, and then which drills to do from there.